home. I hope you tapping in live here at Ikon Radio on a Friday. It's your boy Guapo Damas. We at the top of the world. It's 4luvofboxing, RTU Ikon Radio podcast. Look, episode 59, man. Who would have thought we'd be hitting 59 so quick already, man?
Yes,
Look,
sir.
very special time for you guys this Friday down here. We're going to have a lot of nuggets involved. You know how we already do. Introduce yourselves, my people.
Yes, sir. Hey, boxing fan, what it do with your boy Rob, Mr. LP, representing that 4luvofboxing like I always do. It's Friday night, baby, like clockwork, live at Ikon Radio. Boxing, 4luvofboxing's home, and I love it. So blessed to be here. Cannot wait to get into this episode, y'all. We're gonna do a recap.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Look, we also got my man Little C in the house. Say what's up, brother. And look, and in a little bit, we're going to have a young prospect who's undefeated and tapping in, but we're going to leave that as a little mystery as we come in on session 2 on this live Friday banter. But we'll get right into it. Hey, if you guys were paying attention and watching boxing, you guys know it was a big boxing weekend, man. For some people, it was the boxing weekend, right? Go ahead, man. Start me off. Recap me. You know what that big card was.
You already know that was that big mega fight. That was in Saudi Arabia, right?
Riyadh season.
The main event was the hometown homeboy David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. Yes. Well, let's go ahead and start from the bottom up to the top, okay? So there was 4.
Abdullah Mason, right?
There was 4 great fights that was on that fight card, and yes, Abdullah Mason, the young kid, actually snatched up that, I believe it was a WBO strap when he took on Sam Noakes. And oh my goodness, what of a fight of a year kind of candidate scrap. Both guys showed guts and nuts, and they came with it. The right guy won. Abdullah did more than enough to actually get that W, but man, respect to Noakes. That fight was so good and competitive. I want them to run that back. Congratulations to Abdullah.
Man, Abdullah Mason looked amazing, man.
We got robbed that fight was so short.
No, man. What a great fight that it was, bro.
Even though, I tuned in for one guy, one only, but man,
a lot of good nights of boxing.
I don't know, wow, man, it was a big card, bro.
Hey, but the first one was the best fight. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, it definitely had stealing the night, fight of the night feelings all over it as it was happening. You know what I mean? Like it was nice.
As a matter of fact, it was like round 7 or 8, and we're at the fight party at the homie Jerry's house. And by the way, shout out to the homie Jerry because I know you tuning in. I know he's out there with his baby girl Briseis. She's the Nationals beauty pageant. So good luck to you, Briseis, as well. But wish you was here, brother. But you know what's good? Your daddy duties. You're holding it down for your fam bam, and I hope she does get that W. But nonetheless, anyways, back where we're at Jerry's house for the fight. He hosted the party, and there was a couple of people while the fight was still progressing. They were like, the fight's not even over, and I can't wait for a rematch. That's how good it was. Good scrap. Good scrap.
Yeah, no, it was definitely something else, bro. As people were watching in, you kind of were already starting to get taken into the night. You know what I mean? It was a good build up for what was yet to come in the fight. I mean, in the night. You know what I mean? Like it definitely had good build up right into it.
So we're talking about the main card. There was a lot of other fights and all that stuff in there, but we're just going straight to the main cards. And following up right after that, it was none other than a top 10 pound for pound great of today, Bam Rodriguez. He took on Puma Martinez. And, hey, shout out to Martinez because the first 2 rounds, the man came in guns blazing. He was really trying to give it and trying to earn respect from Bam. And Bam was calm, cool, poised. He gathered himself and basically took complete control over that fight. It was, if you guys actually saw the knockout counter shot that he landed, that left hand was so brutal, beautiful.
So sweet.
Ironically, it's almost like Bam saw it coming a mile away because he had a smile, a little smirk on his face. He set him up in the middle of the ring, and he was waiting for him to throw that punch. He slipped a dip right on top. Boom.
Good night.
Dunzo. Homeboy couldn't get up. Fight over. So Bam retained his strap too, and kept his relevance in regards to the pound for pound top 10 ranking. And there's so much for this guy to actually come. I don't know. I'm not quite sure who the next foe is going to be.
Deal.
Oh yeah, he's the real deal. And I can't wait to see what's next for that guy. Well, young stud from where's he from? Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Overrated. That's all I'm gonna say.
gotta stop with that.
Hey, I is what I is, man. It is my premise, and we're up in here, man. Nah, man, Bam did his thing, bro. A lot of love in that fight that he received, man. Only reason that people know that I always say is he's overrated is because to me, Chocolatito's the fight, bro. And now I'm feeling that fight slipping. He's not gonna fight Chocolatito now, bro. I see it.
That's because
They got.
of Tito's age, my guy.
Say what it was,
Keep it
bro.
real.
You can say that. I still think he would have handled Bam, bro.
You
if
know,
he
as
would've
they
given him
say,
time, bro.
It's a young man's sport.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear it, bro. I like the hits you're throwing out there, bro. But a dude like Chocolatito, he deserved that shot, man. So I hope Bam still reconsiders at some point, goes back in there. That, to be perfectly honest, everybody listening at home, that's the fight that gets him the most money, though, right now. If you throw it up in there,
Hey.
what,
No,
Nakatani or a Monster are going to do their deal with each other, so that fight will come. Up until then, no other fight gets him the money that Chocolatito gets him. Let's go make that money. Have it in Phoenix, Arizona. We'll be over there watching it, right?
We'll be there ringside, too. You already know that. Too,
Listen,
man.
co-main event, what was it, my man?
Oh, yeah. So, co-main event was a little bit of a shocker for me because I was dead wrong, and I got to give credit where it's due. But the champion, Brian Norman Jr., was defending against the very questionable Devin Haney. I didn't give Haney a chance. After his performance versus Ramirez, I thought that he was going to get himself caught in the corners and the ropes, and Norman's going to do his thing. And oh my goodness, was I wrong. I believe it was the second round. Haney dictated freaking domination by putting him on his ass, and that wasn't just a flash knockdown. He had that boy hurt. In fact, he got up still kind of confused and wumbling, like, what the hell? What just hit me? Because Haney's not known for being a big puncher.
No, he's not. That's what I was telling Little C, man, is that because he's not known for being a bigger puncher, that tells me how good he was doing in there. He went in there no problem. Gave it to him, bro. And Norman's supposed to be this crazy monster at that weight division, bro. And he walked right in there and laid him on his ass.
He was
bro.
supposed to be the boogeyman at 147.
I want my money back, bro. I threw a lot of money on Norman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So, but Devin Haney basically shut that shit down. He beat the champion and took the champion's title. But in all honesty, I don't know if there was any rematch clause within the contract or anything like that. But in all actuality, Team Norman, they need to do him a solid. There's no point in running that back because there is levels to this.
Yeah.
And he needs to go back to the drawing board and get a couple of W's, get his confidence back up because that was a thorough freaking boxing ass whooping.
No, listen, and you went with the shout out a little bit early. I was gonna wait my shout out for Jerry Munoz at this point because he did reign victorious on the weekend when it came to the Banter predictions, bro. He was the only person on this podcast who picked Devin Haney. He did it in the most obvious way too, which was, hey man, I'm a Brian Norman fan, but Devin Haney's got something about it, and I think he's going to come through with it. And he sure as hell did, man. So big shout-out to Jerry Munoz calling that 100% right. Get right to it, bro. Let's get to the main course,
But piggybacking off of that, Ryan Garcia got the championship fight in the same division.
Nah.
How awesome
Nobody wants to see that, bro. Nobody wants to see that. Outside of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, nobody wants to see that shit, bro.
If Ryan Garcia snatches the title in that division, and I can see that happen.
Well, what are we trying to see? Who's going to be the undisputed champion of the weakest shit in fucking boxing at that point? Then you're going to have two champions going at it that nobody wants to see, bro.
It is what it is, unless Teofimo Lopez moves up and win after he takes on Shakur Stevenson.
Teofimo Lopez whoops the shit out of both of them. I said it. He just can't be Shakur.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get on to
the main
event. The main course of that fight last Saturday. Again, it was none other than Phoenix, Arizona's very own El Monstro, David Benavidez. He took on the very tough, very aggressive, and very experienced Anthony Yard. What a fight. What a performance. Dude handled his biz. I thought Yard was going to give a little more of a competition in the matter because Yard's been in with some of the absolute best. Artur Beterbiev and Crusher Kovalev. In both fights, he was in that fight. He was in that fight until he wasn't.
Man,
in this one right here, David was all like, nah, I ain't going to play on my food. He took it right to that dude and gave him the business.
I was asking for my money back from Norman, bro, but Norman won a couple rounds. Fuck. Yard didn't win a single round. His strategy of going backwards on David, holy shit, was he wrong on that, bro. That if you're fighting Benavidez, bro, there's zero chance you're going to have a winning if you're fighting backwards, bro. Real shit, bro.
You know what I
You're
think?
gonna have to at some point you're gonna have to earn that respect at some point, and you're gonna have to stand up. You can fight off the back foot, don't get me wrong, but you can't go backwards the whole fucking fight. Never earn it, bro. And Yard he can punch, bro. He never earned David's respect, bro, at all, bro. David walked right through him, bro.
That way. He was forced.
But real quick,
I don't think he was forced that way, bro. I think he went right into it, bro.
Coming in, who be chiming? Prolific Boxing in the house right now. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, man?
Yeah, no, bro.
We're almost done with this little segment. We'll go with part 2.
Like I said to me, bro, I didn't think it necessarily, like, Yard left the people wanting so much more. For everybody, all those Brits, bro, that were so lively for him, bro, that expected so much out of him. Oh, man, that's got to leave a bad taste in their mouth. They don't like that kind of fighting, bro. He didn't show up, bro.
Fault. He went against the monster. And
Yep. That part.
He got a beating.
Sure, but Yard, listen, and this is the only reason I go that way with it. We've seen that before, though. Yard goes in there and does what with monsters? He gives it to him, and then he gets knocked the fuck out. That's the in this way he just didn't do his offensive part. Nothing, bro. Nothing.
People did kind of question, well, maybe he had too many wars, maybe his age, and he's only 36 years old. Is it 36, 34, somewhere around there? I mean, he's up there, and he's been in the game for a long time. But my thing is this: Crusher Kovalev and Arthur Beterbiev are notorious big punchers in that division, and he was game. And it was a little crazy to see how difficult he was having in regards to take any action or to get off or even to try to initiate and come forward. Yeah. And I do believe they're even mentioning it in the telecast. They're like, there's a difference in regards to just brute power and just a strong puncher, a power puncher, and also that with the speed. Like the snapping, the punches that are coming together, like it's all variations of power that comes in. And sometimes just if you're not used to that kind of freaking speed, it's just extremely overwhelming. David Benavidez is not a one-punch devastating puncher. He's an accumulative destroyer, and he breaks you down to smithereens, man. He just chops down that freaking that tree, pop, 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 pop. He chops down that wall, like jackhammering. And although they're like, oh man, those punches, their little pity patter, flash is not gonna get me. And then once they get in the ring, they're like, oh shit, oh this motherfucker hits pretty hard. That's my only thing I can think of because this isn't the first time David Benavidez actually comes to showcase, and a guy that we think was just gonna be tough and a little bit more want to get in, just doesn't. It's gotta be a special feeling. You know, I'm just kind of intrigued. I would like to feel that power.
You think he walks through?
Not on my own face. I would love to get the mitts on. Yeah. I want to feel how my shoulders feel after I get a couple of bangs. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be my judgment of like, okay, yeah, you hit pretty hard, bro.
You think he walks through? You think he walks through Beterbiev the same way?
At this point right now, I find it very hard to think of anybody from cruiserweight down that could beat David Benavidez. And I know. Yeah,
so you take this fight do you take this fight performance with Anthony Yard as the evidence that he's now going to own the division?
Yes.
Yep. I do.
I don't know, bro. I think Bivens still in that division. I think Bivens probably got the best chance of beating him.
Let's not forget something. Bivens and Beterbiev are both getting up there in age. Bivens is now recovering from a surgery procedure. And that doesn't help any. No, it doesn't help any. It doesn't help any. And I also still think that both of those guys give David problems, man. I think Beterbiev. I think we're mistaken that because he lost to Bivens in a very close fight that people were thinking there's more off of him than him. I think definitely will make it competitive a lot more than with Anthony Yard or Volsic or David Morale.
I don't see. You say that, but to me, Volsic looked like David looked horrible against Volsic, bro. Like to me, that was David's worst outing in the last 5 years.
It was against Volsic, bro. It was his first fight at a heavy division, man. You got to give him that at least.
No, I do. And Volsic has a lot of boxing skill, which is what would be the case with Bivens.
Morale, but yeah. It was more of a.
No, his feet were.
Listen, but Morale did give him. Listen, Morale gave him some fucking. He gave him some touches in that fight too.
No, for sure. David was in the fight, man. Respect was going. But anyways, again, congratulations to the hometown homeboy David Benavidez.
Listen. It doesn't just stay there, right? This show is about banter. I think now we're saying the Cinco de Mayo showdown now with Zurdo. That's what's in the cards, right? That's what everybody's saying. He's gonna go up there and get 2 belts there.
Now,
having said that, Jay Alpataya said both of them are bitches because nobody's trying to get his belts, and he's been offering chingazos to everybody up there at that weight class. And he says he's the most ducked man in boxing. I hope to see David go up there and whoop his ass too, bro. Shut that mouth.
I actually did see that too. Jay is no joke.
He's not, bro. Amazing
also,
fight.
But in all actuality, I think he's well deserved to actually take the Zotto fight before with David Benavidez because David is not in that division.
Fuck, I don't know. To me, Jay is the higher one in the division, so it's okay. David going through Zurdo first and then give Jay to him second. That's it. Then he'll go up there and be undisputed at cruiserweight, bro. Even better. Then he can come back down and fight
Beater Beef,
bro.
Fairy tale ending?
When Beater Beef has the belts,
You know what would be a fairy tale ending if David Benavidez does become undisputed champion, and more than likely it will be at cruiserweight. If former undisputed cruiserweight champion makes a decision to come down a few pounds south.
I've heard that. I've heard Usyk said that Benavidez can get it.
Usyk come down and come play around.
You need to calm down.
Now, that's a dangerous fight right there.
Yeah.
Like I said, at 109, at cruiserweight, 199 is 199.
185.
185? No, it's 90.
Yeah,
isn't it?
185.
What?
Okay.
What's that?
No, that's
Cruiserweight division is 185.
in the amateurs or in the pros?
Pros.
Okay.
It's not 190?
I'm almost positive it was 200 and above is for his heavyweight. But either way,
Like I said, 190.
Cruiserweight.
200.
Cruiserweight.
Hey, I'm the
down.
clown in this shit though, so hey.
And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying.
These
I'm not
experts
no,
are
I'm
slacking on
not
me.
a hometown freaking nut hugger. I've got none but love and respect for all the AZ boxing fam, 100%. But I'm not just saying it just to say it. I think at this particular moment in time and stuff, I really do feel that David Benavidez could be on a path where he can take the crown of the Arizona Boxing King, which belongs to none other than Little Hands of Stone Michael Carbajal. That's an all-time great. He's a living legend. He's probably the greatest flyweight fighter of all time. And David got a long way to go. Which beauty is though, he's like what, 26 years old?
Yeah.
He's got a long.
So what does he
He's
need
got
to
a
do?
long way to go.
So what does he need to do?
Well, shit. Listen. If he
could
could,
undisputed champion and defend that plenty.
no, listen.
He has not yet.
If he just goes through and defeats Bivol and Beater Biv and captures the titles there from those two dudes, that's it. He's already got it there. He's already got it there, regardless of what he does the rest of the way.
What
Real
would his
shit.
record be right then?
He'd be 31, 32 and 0, something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like 25 knockouts, some shit like that.
Okay. Well, that was a recap for the big fight last week. Boxing fam, check it out.
Listen,
This is
just
segment one.
to throw it out there real quick though. Hey, before that conversation is done, Jesus Ramos will have a say in that conversation before all the shit's over. Who's the best in Arizona too? And that's love to my boy Jesus Ramos Jr. right there. He'll have a say in that conversation before it's over. Guapo Damas told you. Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to El Mono. All right, boxing fam. So look, this is part one of our segment of Friday nights. You know what it is. Give us about 5 minutes or so, and we got a special guest in the house. Can't wait to introduce. And
now listen, I'm already gonna give it to you. He's 4-0 with 3 knockouts, man. And his name's David Garcia, man. He's fighting, bro, and he's about to be on live with us, and you guys are about to receive him. Hey, everybody watching at home, you got any questions? Make sure you're hitting it up, and we'll be right back here in about 5 minutes, like we said, and give it to you. 4luvofboxing at the top of the world. Yeah.